So you want to become an international stage speaker. You want to become the expert in your chosen field. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that 99% of people actually are not prepared to do the work that is required to become the success that they dream of? My name is Bradley Chapman, the founder of Yes You Can, Inspire to Achieve, and I welcome you to an amazing opportunity for you to become an international stage speaking expert. Now, it's not just about speaking on stage, it's about you finding the expert status inside yourself so that you can create a program or programs and books that will help you to travel around the world and speak on stages around the world to help you become the most amazing business person and entrepreneur that is possible. You see, I've been through this journey, and in the last 2 years, it's been relentless for me. There's been so many times I can promise you when I wanted to give up. There's been so many times where I wanted to turn back, where I wanted to just pull the blanket up over my head and say enough. But you know, on the other side of that, of breaking through, of speaking on stages internationally in the last year and being on stages alongside people like Bob Proctor, the great Les Brown, Raymond Aaron, Douglas Amiron, and many, many more, it's taught me and reaffirmed to me that if you truly want to achieve something in your life, then you've got to put in the hard work. Now, I'm inviting and giving you guys an amazing opportunity to become an international stage speaker. Now, I can give you the opportunity and I can give you the platform, but it's up to you to put in the hard work. You see, this year I put on 4 speaker awards events in London. And I watched people come into my stage as I gave them their award-winning speaker trophy. But really, I was looking at people to see how they conducted themselves on stage, to see how they engaged with the audience, to see how they held themselves together, whether they was nervous coming to stage for the first time, to see if there was a real power inside them. And I was surprised. Out of 150 people that I gave awards to during that period, there are about 20 people I saw that had an amazing and unique gift, but they didn't know how to move that gift forward. They didn't know how to transform themselves to become the complete picture, to become an international speaker, to have really award-winning books published, to build business courses, to really become the individual, the amazing individual that they can become. So I'm creating an opportunity and have created an opportunity through my own hard work to help you become an international speaker. Now, what we do past that is another story for another day. But for right now, Yes You Can, Inspire to Achieve Empowerment Weekend is just 4 weeks away. February the 2nd and 3rd in London will see over 1,000 people per day come into our arena at the ILEC in Earls Court. Now, we have a 50% offer on right now for action takers that want to secure the last few stage speaking slots in London. And the link's available in the thread right now. But I tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that's got a real story, that's got a strength to share their story, that's got an ability to say to themselves, I am more than the sum of my parts right now. I am not happy with my life. I want to make a transition. But it's not just about that. It's then having the power, the courage, the perseverance, and the determination to say, I'm going to take this action. I'm going to take massive actionable steps forward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to work on myself. And this is where most people fail. Most people give up because they cannot handle the rejection of breaking through, that they're too proud to say, well, actually, I'm not yet the person I need to be, I want to be. But get past yourself, ladies and gentlemen, because we don't know what we don't know. And over the last 2 years, having traveled internationally to the UK, internationally to the US, to Poland, to Spain, to France, to Germany, and to speaking on different stages, I learned something more about myself every single time. When I flew to Canada, it was the most amazing experience to speak on stage with Bob Proctor and Les Brown and Raymond Aaron at Papa Raymond Aaron's event. I learned so much about myself. I want you to take that step forward. I want you to become the powerful person that you are. I want you to believe that every dream that you have inside you, every single moment you say, I want to change my life, I want you to believe that you can. The hard work starts right now. It starts inside you. Now, I've got a platform for you. February the 2nd, 3rd, I want to see you on stage speaking in front of 1,000 people. Why do I want that? Because I'm looking for people that are going to grow, share, and collaborate with me and me with them in order to grow, to spread our businesses through the world in 2019. I'm looking for action takers, people with courage and conviction, people that realize that none of us are perfect. There's a perfect idea of what we can be, but none of us are perfect. I have gone beyond anything that I thought I could achieve in terms of my mental ability in the last 2 years. And for anyone that's followed my journey, they know the story. It's a bit like the film K-19 going down to the depth of crush depth where the submarine is coming in as you think that your whole life's going to fall apart. But it's at that moment that you start to get creative, that you learn from all the endurance, everything you've endured in the process, that new knowledge that's come to you is what you can use. Of course, there's going to be people that's going to look at you and question why you're doing it. But all you need to worry about is yourself and why you're doing it, because you know your vision, you know your journey, you know where you want to go. Right now, speaker opportunities are half price until the end of December. Guest tickets for the Empowerment Weekend are half price. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to what I consider to be the greatest show on earth. Why is it such a great show? Because it's for entrepreneurs. I'm just going to post in the thread now. It's for entrepreneurs. It's for people that want to start their business, that want to grow their business. It's for people that want to move their lives forward, that have had enough of being average, of having enough of thinking they've got average knowledge, average money, average income. You have a power inside you right now, and it's more powerful than anything you've ever experienced. Let go of your fears. Come to the stage, speak in front of 1,000 people, and let the story of your life begin. Because I promise you, every single step that you take, your knowledge will grow. Every single step that you take, your strength will become stronger and wiser. You'll become more resilient. Every single step you take, you will meet new people and experience new thoughts and new emotions, things that you've never, ever experienced before. We have 3 levels of speakers, multi-millionaire speakers flying in from Canada, America, from Cambodia, from the Netherlands, from Scotland, from Ireland, from the USA. They're all flying in to empower you. And these are multi-millionaire expert speakers that are successful in business that's going to teach you. Also, if you're coming as a guest to the event or you're coming as a speaker, we have the middle bracket speakers that have spoken on a couple of stages, but they've never been on a stage in front of 1,000 people or rubbed shoulders with multi-millionaires in the green room. You now have that opportunity to do it. And there's also people coming to the stage that's never spoken on the stage before. What an amazing feeling. Your legs are shaking. Before you come, you can hear the audience out. You're about to get called out. And ladies and gentlemen, next up, our speaker from Finland, it's Sirpa Hanisalo. And you come out and you walk out to stage. And in that moment, that emotion, that feeling, everything in your life changes. The person you thought you were is a distant memory. The person that you've just become is standing on that stage, and they're delivering to 1,000 people. They're delivering to a live streamed event that's being broadcast around the world. You are connecting and rubbing shoulders with multi-millionaires. You are changing up your life. That's how I did it. I worked on the Les Brown event in September last year, all the way through to when the event was moved from November to January. I worked extensively and relentlessly 24 hours a day promoting Les Brown and connecting myself with the world with the thanks of Althea Grant. I met Les Brown. I interviewed Les Brown. I sat next to him. I've been in his hotel room. I've been in the hotel next to him. In fact, when I flew to Canada, I was in the back of a limousine with him, carrying his bags to the airport. He endorsed my book. He endorsed my programs. That is Les Brown. That was my dream. Right now, my mentor is Alfie Best. Alfie Best is the most amazing, commercially congruent and viable businessman I've ever met. His business is valued at nearly £400 million. When he speaks, you listen. He's headlining the show and co-hosting with me in London at Yes You Can, Inspire to Achieve. I'm so privileged because he's coached and mentored me this year. And sometimes I didn't listen. Sometimes I couldn't see what he saw. But he was looking at me and down at me and at me. And he could see from outside, not looking down at me, he's looking down at me, but he could see things I couldn't see. And I tell you, he was right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get better at anything in life, you've got to play with people that's more experienced with you. You've got to work and listen to people that's more experienced than you, because it can make so much difference in your life. Don't play with someone that doesn't know what they're talking about. Don't play with someone who cannot educate you. But work with someone, share with someone who can take you to the next level, who's been there, who's seen it, who's done it. Right now, I welcome you as a guest to Yes You Can Inspire to Achieve. I welcome you as a speaker to Inspire to Achieve, to the Empowerment Weekend. And I invite you to attend the greatest event on earth. You'll learn, do what I do, watch the event, see how the event works, see what goes on, dream of your own events. Because when you come to my stage in London, February the 2nd and 3rd, I want to teach you, I want to coach you, I want to show you that your dream and your vision is possible. And some of you may be signing up for my Global Millionaire Program, where I'm going to be creating and delivering the most extensive coaching program of my life. Alfie Best is a successful entrepreneur trading internationally, and he grew up in a caravan as a Romany gypsy. Your dream can become your reality. You've just got to do the work. I have so many people connect with me and reach out to me, but they're just not prepared to do the work. They just will not study. They just will not work on themselves. They will not push themselves past the pain barrier to new knowledge. And it used to frustrate me, but now I just think, listen, you got to go away. You got to do the work. I didn't get here because I took the easy road. It's been relentless, but the man I'm becoming, the man I am, the knowledge I'm gained is priceless. Like the advert for MasterCard, it's priceless. Yes, You Can Inspire to Achieve is just 4 weeks away. Grab your half-price tickets right now up until the end of December. Grab your speaking slot ticket. Come to that stage. Let me see your power, your strength, your courage and wisdom. Let me see you really go to work. But not just me. Who knows where you're going to go, because multimillionaire speakers could also be watching you. And they could say, oh, that woman, that person, that youngster, they've got something about them. I want to help them, or I want to book them for my next event. That's what happened to me. That's how I ended up in Canada, speaking on Papa Raymond Aaron, New York Times best-selling author of Canadian Chicken Soup for the Soul and Canadian Chicken Soup for the Soul. Friends with Jack Canfield and Bob Proctor and many other greats. He invited me out to Canada to speak on his stage. And I did, with Les Brown, with Bob Proctor. Papa Raymond, I love you. But he didn't just invite me out because he thought Brad was amazing. He invited me out because I did the work. I did the hard work. I did the promotion. I interviewed other promoters to him to help his event to grow. I did what other people couldn't do. I endured. I worked 19 hours a day. I made the sacrifices of not being able to see my family, of not having that quality time, of not going to that barbecue. For you to be a successful entrepreneur, I promise you, you've got to do for a couple of years in your life what other people won't, so you can live the rest of your life doing what other people can't. You have a choice, and you can choose your friends, you can choose your circle, but choose it wisely. I've made good decisions about my circle this year and bad decisions. There are people I choose to be a part of in my circle and theirs, and it was bad energy. And I choose great people that was good energy. Trust your instinct, trust your gut. Make a difference in your life, but remember, you need people around you that share your dream and your vision that's going to take action. I started to surround myself with people who can't take action, who won't learn, who won't do the hard work, that just think it's going to arrive on their lap. Wake up, it isn't. If you're prepared to do the hard work, then I want to see you at my event, because I'm looking for talent. I'm looking for people that can do it. I'm looking for people that's going to take action. I'm looking for people with heart, and that could be you right now. The tickets are available. They're half price. Come as a guest. If you're not ready to be a speaker, come as a guest. But I promise you, if there's a burning desire inside you to make a difference, to make a change in your life, then pick up a shovel, start digging, work on yourself, and remember that everything is possible when you get creative in your mind and you take positive steps in action every single day to move towards that. Be relentless in achieving your dream. If you want to come to stage and become an international speaker, then it starts with one step at small events, then bigger events. I'm giving you an opportunity to speak at an event of 1,000 people a day that's been live streamed around the world, that we're making a film and documentary out of, that you'll be in the launch edition of the show magazine, Inspired to Achieve. You'll be broadcast on Inspired to Achieve Global TV. It's your moment. It's your time. You can speak to Maxine English right now and she'll get you broadcast Inspired to Achieve Global TV, because if you want to become a speaker, you've got to get comfortable with this. You've got to get comfortable with this, and it's called a microphone. You've got to get comfortable with the way that you speak, and you've got to be thinking ahead of what you're thinking in order to deliver the next words that you're going to deliver. The greatest advice I can give you for any speaker is this. Imagine inside your head is a video. Imagine Netflix. This is your Netflix in here. Imagine all the moments of your life. Now, I can pull on any moment of my life like Netflix, and I can flick through and I can find a video. I can go back to my 21st birthday. I can go back to my birthday when I was 13. I do it right now, because it's important when you're a speaker to be able to recall upon the experiences of your life and to go into it so you can describe it in such way. So I'm flicking through my Netflix of my mind right now. It's my 13th birthday. I wake up. My parents, very fortunately, had taken me to America. I was in Disney World. At the time, I was probably one of the luckiest children in my school. I'd gone to Disney World. I was seeing Mickey Mouse. I was turned 13 years of age. But you know what? On the evening of my birthday, I still hadn't had any birthday cards from my parents. And I still hadn't had a birthday cake. And although I was in America and I'm surrounded by Walt Disney, and this is the most amazing feeling at 13 years of age, I was sulking because I didn't have any cakes, I didn't have any cards. And I thought, how can my parents forget me on my 13th birthday? My two sisters are sitting there and they booked an evening meal on this paddle steamboat on Lake Buena Vista in Disney World. And I'm sitting at the restaurant in Lake Buena Vista with all these lights of Disney World in the background, and I'm sitting there like this. And I was sulking like a tempestuous child, right? And I got the real up. I was getting real upset, and I'm sitting there. I'm 13 years of age. How can my parents forget me? Now, forget the fact that they've taken me to Disney World. Forget the fact that I'm sitting on Lake Buena Vista. Forget the fact that I'm sitting in this steam paddle boat. Get past yourself. And I got the hump. I should have been just completely happy that I was in America, but I wasn't. It was my birthday. They forgot me. All of a sudden, the restaurant lights went down. And all of a sudden, Happy Birthday started playing. And it was in like Disney theme music. And everyone on this paddle steamboat was saying, Happy Birthday, Bradley. And I just burst out in tears because my parents had given me this most amazing surprise on my 13th birthday. And I thought to myself, they've forgotten me. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you're a speaker and you're speaking on stage, you've got very, very powerful moments inside your mind. You've got these powerful things inside your mind where you can call upon them. A lot of speakers that I speak to say, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to call upon it. Now, you've got to use emotion when you're speaking. You've got to use actual facts and experiences, but it's got to come from the heart. Otherwise, it seems fake. It seems unreal. Do you know, I remember a time a few years ago that I broke up with the mother of my children, and my kids were 2 and 3, and I can remember breaking up and leaving my children. I can remember the tears running down my face. I can remember my heart just felt like it was in a million pieces. I can remember everything so graphically in my mind that when I do speak on stage, I can recall that moment, I can recall that emotion, and I can share that with the audience. Now, in my mind, to become a great speaker, it's about becoming congruent. It's about becoming something that's really powerful and just being totally comfortable of being yourself. And that's why I created this event in London, because I want to give people an opportunity to really be themselves, to say what they truly feel. I had one lady speak at an event of mine, and this is why I do this. And she come to stage and she told a story about being abused by her partner. And I tell you it is because she's wrote a book about it. Her name's Maxine English. And she come to the stage and she told me a story and told the audience a story. And she picked up her award about how she got beaten, her back was broken, how her face was covered in blood, where the partner had beaten her so badly that he'd broken her back. In fact, she was abused. She had her back broken and she was left for dead. And she told the story on stage at my Yes You Can Inspire to Achieve Speakers Awards. And I can tell you this, when I watched this lady speak, it's very difficult for me not to get emotional because the strength that it took to deliver this speech, the passion, the authenticity was so amazing. It was a speech and a delivery within 10 minutes that will never, ever leave my mind, because the strength and the courage it took to be herself was just off the charts amazing. The ability that she connected with the audience, because everybody could feel her pain. You know why? Because many of us have these experiences in life where we experience them, but we never want to talk about them because we're afraid. We've got fear. We've got too much pride. I can't mention that. It hurt me. But you know what? Since that moment, that lady who spoke on my stage in London, she's gone from being somebody that come to me that was running a party gift shop very well also, to becoming an award-winning speaker. She's published her first book, which is coming out next week. She's now running one of my divisions called Inspire to Achieve Global TV. And she's now broadcasting and connecting with the world. And she is growing inside herself in ways that she actually never thought possible. And there's many ways she's growing that she still doesn't understand because she's on that journey. I have nothing but respect and admiration for a lady like that has faced and endured adversity, that comes to the stage, that comes to the microphone and says, I will not go quietly into the night. This is my story. My name is Maxine English, and I come to make a difference in your life. And she has, and she did, and she's becoming a speaker, and she's going to fulfill her dream in February. And she's coming out on that stage in London on February the 2nd and 3rd with her book published at the event. And she's going to speak in front of 1,000 people a day, and she's going to be connecting with all the multimillionaires. You see, as we move through life and as we move through growing our businesses, we have to choose our friends and the people we associate with really, really wisely. For the last 2 years, I've been on this journey of transformation. I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about where I want to go, what I want to do. I've learned so much about how I can help people. And most importantly, my place in this world to serve you. My place in this world to serve. Because, ladies and gentlemen, to be a leader is to serve, and it's to serve with honor. Now, I haven't got everything right in the last 2 years. Trust me, I've made mistakes. I have. I'm only human. I've made mistakes. I've made more mistakes than I've made successes. And any entrepreneur that moves forward, that pushes forward, you're going to make more mistakes than you are successes. Try to put as many of the mistakes right as you can, but they are lessons. And these mistakes are lessons, and they're not mistakes. It's a lesson. It's a circumstance and a situation that you've learned from, that you learn how to not do something again. Now, sometimes it can come back up again and bite you, and you can make the same mistake. And you're like, oh my gosh, I've already been down this one-way street before. What am I doing down here again? But if you want to become an international speaker, it starts with you. And I've given you an opportunity to join a company on stage on February the 2nd and 3rd to speak alongside multimillionaires and do exactly what I did and have pictures taken, because I was like a ferret in Canada. I had my camera at the front door of the hotel. I got Bob Proctor at my live ready. I said, Bob, do you want to do a live interview? Yeah, sure. What's your name? I'm Bradley Chapman. I'm a journalist and a broadcaster and a business coach from the UK. He went, Bradley, yeah, sure. He said, I used to live in the UK. I used to live in Sudbury. This is Bob Proctor. I'm live on air with Bob Proctor in Canada. He was sitting next to me on the speaker's bench in Canada. I'm looking at him. You know when you get a bit of shell shock, right? You know, all these amazing people. I'm looking, I'm thinking, it's Bob Proctor. He's sitting next to me, you know. And then Les Brown comes in Canada, and Les Brown comes in. I'm like, hello, Les, you know, Bradley. And Les Brown speaking on stage. And the next minute, everyone's looking at me at the back door because I'm opening all the doors. The security is stopping everybody. But I'm out the back door, opening the door for Les, opening the door for his limousine, putting him in the car. They're all going, what's Bradley doing out there with Les Brown, getting in his limousine? I'm going to show you that if you've got a power inside yourself, that anything can be achieved. You will face setbacks. You will face moments when you're going to doubt yourself. You're going to face moments where you're going to fall off your horse. It's in these moments that you're going to learn. I invite you to become something part of something. I invite you to become part of something. Even speakers mess up their words, right? But you just keep going. I invite you to be part of something that's going to be the most amazing and powerful show ever. And over the next 4 weeks, I promise you, I'm going to be broadcasting 20 hours a day. I'm going to be promoting this show across LinkedIn, across Instagram, Snapchat, across Facebook, and I'm going to do exactly what I did. I'm going to do a 15-hour live broadcast marathon in the next few days, and I'm going to bring you a live interview with every single speaker that I've got speaking on stage, through to my platinum multimillionaire speakers, through to our middle bracket speakers that have spoken on stages, but they're not broken through to massive international level and our first time speakers. Why? Because it's not just about coming to an event or speaking on stage or being a guest at our event, because I want you to become a guest. I want you to be there. I want you to learn. You're going to learn so much about your business, how to grow a business. You're going to collaborate. You're going to grow in ways that you never thought imaginable. Why? Because I will not stop until this event gives you what you need to take away. Now, I can't force you to do the work. I cannot, because I know what it takes when you're tired and exhausted and your brain's knackered, that you've got to get up and you've got to do 10 more. That when your kids are with you and you've only got them for 3 days, that you've got to give up some time and do broadcasting, and they're outside right now saying, Daddy, can we go out? You have to make the sacrifices in the first couple of years of your business, because other people won't make those sacrifices, so you can live the life of your dreams that other people cannot, because you took the ability to do the sacrifice. And I love my children with every ounce of my heart. I am a speaker. I am an international speaker, a published author, an international business coach. I've connected with people around the world. In the last 2 years, I've got 30 years of business experience. But everything I'm doing right now is to help other people find their voice, to help other people become that they can become, to get past themselves and their fears and their inadequacies. Because I believe that everybody's got a voice. I believe that everybody's got a story, but they just don't quite know how to get there. Let me show you the way. Join us on stage as one of our speakers. I cannot be fairer than saying to you it's 50% off. Now, don't message me and say, Bradley, what do I do to become a speaker? Because all you've got to do is literally go to the details I'm putting down here and follow the breadcrumbs. Go to the website. Yes, you can. I've inspired to achieve.london. Scroll down. It says, this is how you get 50% off speaking slot. Click on that. Put in the secret code in our Eventbrite, and it makes everything 50% off. You can't send me a message like someone did last night and say, well, Bradley, how do I become a speaker? How do I secure my position? Hello, wake up, look at the website, read, study. If you want to become a great speaker, it's not just about that. It's about the websites you're going to build. It's about the books you're going to write. It's going to be about the programs that you're going to deliver to the world. And I promise you, inside you, you have it. And I promise you this. I spoke to Alfie Best on Boxing Day as I was picking up my children. And he said to me, Bradley, I want you to think about something. So what's that, Alfie? So I said, Alfie, because I'm listening now. Alfie Best owns Wildcrest Parks. His business is nearly £500 million in value. He's trading internationally. He grew up in a caravan as a gypsy. And he's now Europe's largest park home operator. He's got helicopters. He's got all the trappings of wealth. But you know what? He'll sit and pizza up with me and have a bite of pizza just as easy. He could go in his helicopter. And he said to me, Bradley, we're going to create something. I want you to understand this. We've got to be different in what we do. We've got to be unique in what we're going to be in 2019. Now, here's a suggestion for you. What do you think? Would you like me to tell you what this multimillionaire told me to do in 2019? If you want me to tell you, put details down in the post, because I tell you, this information is priceless for anyone that's stuck in their business that doesn't know how to break through. This information is everything you need to make 2019 a success. Oh my gosh, put a comment in. Brad, tell me what Alfie said. Brad, tell me what Alfie said. Put a comment in. Don't be afraid. This is Alfie Best, multi-millionaire. I've been to his offices. I've had pizza with him. And something amazing is going to happen in 2019. Do you want to know what it is? Well, he told me this. Did the sound just go there? I'm terrible. I'm not going to tell you what he told me. But let me tell you why I'm not going to tell you. It took me a long while to cultivate a relationship with somebody like Alfie Best that allowed me to have his ears, his voice, and the ability for him to grow his business. And I'm listening to Alfie Best right now. Now, if you want to come and hear Alfie Best speak, when he opens the show on February the 2nd and 3rd, his advice is that anyone can grow a multi-million-pound business. And what he gave me the advice personally on Boxing Day, I tell you what, it blew me away, because he sees things others don't. If you want to get your ticket, they're half price now. You can get a 2-day ticket for £25. We've got trade stands. We've got 1,000 people plus a day. We've got multi-millionaire speakers. Alfie Best is going to be on stage. And I promise you, something amazing is going to happen in 2019. If you want to become a speaker, grab the link right now. Go and buy your speaking slot. Go to the website. Yes, you can. -inspiretoachieve.london. Scroll down. See the half price offer, the secret code. Go to Eventbrite. Put the secret code in my Eventbrite page. Everything goes half price. Half price trade stand, half price speaking slots for 5, 10, and 15 minutes, half price guest tickets of bronze, silver, and gold. If you want to leverage yourself up, and if you want to do what I did, then you want to know how to take opportunity. If you want to broadcast live with Maxine English on our Inspire to Achieve Global TV channel, connect up with Maxine. I want to teach you and help you and coach you to become the most amazing speaker imaginable. I want to help you and teach you and coach you how to build websites that convert people, that attract clients, how to become the most powerful version of you. Or as my book, endorsed by Les Brown, is Respect Yourself, the Power Strategies Becoming the Real You, which is launching at the February show in 4 weeks. I've got jeans on here, people, underneath my suit, but, you know, my new book cover, okay, my new book cover is being adjusted. It's a slight difference, but that is my book. I'm endorsed by Les Brown, the world's #1 motivational speaker. I'm a humble guy. I'm a down-to-earth guy. I'm a family man. I'm not perfect. I've made my mistakes in my life. You know, I've made my mistakes. Trust me, I've got a little boy, you know, I've not seen for 7 years now, which I'm going to change this year. There are pains in my life. There are successes and happiness and joys in my life. It is all of these pains. It is all of these successes. It is all of these moments that actually have made me the person that I am, that's making me and molding me to become the person that I almost am. I feel more congruent now than I've ever been in my life about who I am and where I'm going. But it's only because I've been through so much and pushed myself in the last 2 years, which is why I'm saying to you, you have to be prepared to push yourself past any barriers, past any boundaries. And I tell you now, it's going to sting a little bit. It's going to sting a lot. But you've got to be prepared to do for a couple of years what other people won't do in order to live the rest of your life doing the things that other people can't. Anything's possible. I tell you something, a crazy idea as a speaker and as a marketeer, because I'm always thinking about marketing. Let me talk about marketing a little bit, because as a speaker, you've also got to think about your programs, your books. You've got to be thinking about how you're going to get your word out there. And this is the biggest challenge that everybody has. I've got this amazing power. I've got this amazing passion. I've got an amazing story, but I don't know how to market myself. I don't know how to get my name out there. Hello? Come on, I've had something like 10 million views on social media between YouTube and Facebook, but while most people are sleeping, I'm still going at it. But let me tell you a story, right? My marketing, and this is what you can do. A few years ago, I interviewed David Gold. Now, David Gold, as you know, owns West Ham United, and his partners are Richard Sullivan, and they used to own the Sunday Sport newspapers. He owns Gold Air. Now, I went to his home a few years ago. I interviewed him. Now, I'd love David Gold to speak at the London show. So for me to create a bit of marketing out of it, this is what I'm going to do in the next week, is I will be driving down to David Gold's house. I'll do a Facebook Live in the morning. You might say, well, Bradley, how do you know where David Gold lives? Listen, anything you can find out, right? If you truly want it. So Bradley, why are you going to drive down to David Gold's house? Well, I'm going to do a live in the morning. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see if I can get David Gold to come to the show and speak on stage in London. It means a lot to me, David Gold. And you know why? Because when I interviewed David Gold at his home, and it's on the internet, you can find it, he gave me this. This badge is Courage, Perseverance and Determination by David Gold when I interviewed him at his home. I never forgot it. And he said, Bradley, get the right people around you, and how true he was. So the idea is this, to create a bit of marketing, is I'm going to do a broadcast because everybody loves West Ham United. Everybody hates West Ham United. But David Gold and Summers, I also interviewed David Gold's daughter, Jacqueline Gold, and Summers at their headquarters. And I was in the warehouse of all these sex toys and sex uniforms, and I was having pictures done. It was in the magazine, and I was with Jacqueline Gold in her office, and she's a lovely lady. So I'm going to do a Facebook Live. This is all about marketing as a speaker and moving yourself forward. And I'm going to say, everybody, look, everybody, I'm going to drive down to David Gold's house and I'm going to knock on his door. Now, you could say, well, that's going to be a bit rude because Bradley, what are you doing knocking on my door? But I'll do a Facebook Live, and I'll say I'm going to drive down to David Gold's house today, and I'm going to pull up and I'm going to do a live. I won't broadcast when I'm actually at the door. I'll broadcast me outside his house. I say, right, this is David Gold's house over there. I'm not going to mention where it is and his location, even though anyone can find out. And I say, I'm about to go and knock on the door. We'll see what happens. Now, one or two things can happen, right, people? The one or two things that can happen is what? He can either say, yes, Bradley, come in, or no, Bradley, what are you doing here? Now, I'm not going to bring any disrespect to David Gold. I love him to bits. He does know me personally. I've been in his front room, I've been in his kitchen, and I've been in his roller. Now, but I don't know him well enough to be able to just, I don't have his mobile, for example. A lot of the old people had their mobiles I interviewed, but I lost one of my phones and I had 5,000 contacts in it. I lost all my mobile numbers, Caprice Bore, all these amazing people. So I'll do a Facebook Live. I'm going to drive down and say, right, I'm going to go and speak to David Gold. And then I'll cut off and I'll knock on the door and I'll say, David, it's Bradley. I'm sorry to trouble you. If he's in, if he's not in, he's not in. He could be on holiday. And if he's there, I say, can you help me? I interviewed you a few years ago in the front room. Do you remember me? Yes, I do. Do you remember this badge that you gave me? And I hold it up to the camera on the gate. And I say, do you remember this courage, perseverance, and determination badge you gave me? Well, I'm coming back to you. I've had the courage. I've had the perseverance. I've had the determination. And I need your help. Would you chat with me for 5 minutes? And he may invite me in. And if he invites me in, then I'll say to him, can we do a live broadcast? This is the story. This is what I've tried to do. This is my event. I'd love you to come and speak. Is there any chance you'd broadcast, you come and speak at the event? And if he does, and he says, yeah, Bradley, sure, set up the cameras, we'll go live. To become the most amazing speaker that you can become, it's about stepping outside of your comfort zone. It's about becoming the person that, you were once afraid to become. It's about accepting that there are things that you can and cannot do, and there are things that you do not know yet. But I promise you, in pushing forward and pushing past the limitations of what you think you know and what you currently feel is where you're going to find yourself. And it's only by going to these barriers where you're going to get rejected, when no one's listening, when no one comes through, where somebody lets you down. And I've experienced all of this in masses, but I'm still here smiling. I'm still here smiling because I know the difference that when you keep moving forward, if you surround yourself with love, with people like Maxine English, Roxanne Sinclair, Alfie Best, the most amazing people that's always going to support you through thick and thin, Rajan Bose, Beata Bukoska, they're always going to be there, Raj Singh, they're going to push forward with you because they know what it takes to break through. I am an international speaker. I do speak from my heart. I am not perfect, but I've got a perfect vision of where I can serve in this world. And it starts February the 2nd and 3rd in London at Yes You Can, Inspire to Achieve. And right now, I want to surround myself with winners. And do you know what? If only 600 people turned up, well, that would be difficult because already 500 tickets are sold. But if only 500 people turned up, then I'd be happy, because it would be the right 500 people. And across this 2 days in London, let me just breathe, because for anybody that wants to move their career forward, reserve a hotel accommodation. I've reserved special rooms for the event, £79 for a single room with breakfast, £89 for a double room. So come down with your business, come down with your friends. And if you want to approach me and say, Brad, listen, I want to become an affiliate and earn 25% of all sales, you can do that. You can reach out to Maxine English. And if you want to come down to this event on the Saturday night, we're all going to be networking in the restaurant. Okay, I'm probably going to take over the restaurant in the evening. All the speakers, all the guests are going to be there. And I tell you what, we are going to have a party, not too heavy because we've got to go to work on the Sunday, right? But I promise you the connectivity you're going to experience in this VIP room is going to be beyond contemplation. So if you really want to become a speaker, choose your friends wisely. Choose somebody who's gone through pain and adversity, has learned. I want you to choose me because I've been through it. And that's why I've chose Alfie Best, because he went through it. Alfie Best is coaching me. I'm coaching you. You could also be coached by some of the greats on stage, like Raymond Aaron, like Douglas Amir, like Amand Morin, like Greg Walker, like Alex Evergrone. People are flying in from Cambodia, from Australia, from America, from Canada, from Venezuela, from Cyprus to help you become empowered. I feel really, privileged right now, because I feel pretty calm and relaxed inside myself. I've got my girls here with me, which is the greatest gift anyone can have at Christmas. But the best gift I wanted to give to you was to give you an opportunity to secure your tickets right now at 50% off, and to secure your stage spot at 50% off. And not just for me to see you on stage, but 1,000 people to see you stepping into the greatness of the rest of your life, to be coming out on stage and giving your story. and networking. You see, as speakers as well, sometimes we don't truly know where we're going. We don't really know our path. Our paths are only found by the hard work and endurance and keep pushing through. I just rebranded Yes You Can Inspire to Achieve again for the 4th time. And finally now I've got the colours of the brand I love. I've won friends, I've lost friends, I've grown connectivity, I've lost connectivity, I've helped people around the world, I've let people down as well. I am only a human being, but I'm a human being that has what David Gold says, courage, determination, and perseverance. I will work on myself every single day. I say my prayers. I talk to my spirit. I gave 150 people awards this year at Yes You Can Inspire to Achieve. It was one of the greatest privileges of my life to see these people. I'd like to make you an award-winning speaker on a stage, being filmed for my film Inspire to Achieve, whilst being live streamed around the world, whilst appearing in the magazine, whilst networking. And I want you to be wearing an amazing badge. And I'm going to show you this. Let me see if I can get it. Because when I went to Canada and I came in as a speaker and I registered with Raymond Aaron's event, Mastery of Greatness, and I spoke alongside Les Brown and Bob Proctor, the rest you know, I felt amazing. And I felt amazing, and I'm always in 2 tracks whenever I do anything. I always look at the moment and how I feel in the moment. Then I'm thinking, what's the commercial workings here? So I have my commercial head. I'm thinking, how does this work? What's going on here? And I've got my beacon and my nose and my sensitivity. I'm thinking about all the commercial stuff. How do I learn from this? And then I've got the moment. So I'm more commercial than I am about the moment. I'm about 70% commercial and 30% the moment. But I will enjoy the moment I come out on stage when I first open the show in London. But this is how I felt. Let me show you this. Hold on, because this is important, right? You know, when I come to, let me just see if I can get this off of here. I can. When I came into Canada, you know, and I registered at the desk, okay. Now, at Raymond Aaron's event, there was 380, nearly 400 people there. At my event, there's going to be, praise God, 1,000 people. But as I went in and I signed onto Mastery of Greatness, this is what I was given. This is my lanyard, and it said Bradley Chapman, VIP speaker. Now, as soon as I put that on my neck, and I was walking around in Canada, right? So I'll stand up for you. As soon as I put that on, wherever I went and whatever happened, people were looking at my badge. They were looking at me. And as I'm walking along and, you know, I've got my suit open, my suit undone, everybody was looking at me. Now, I felt $1 million, and thanks to Papa Raymond, because these were the extra large lanyards. You're going to be wearing an extra large lanyard at my event at Yes You Can Inspire to Achieve. I also felt amazing as well last year, or this year in January. My gosh, it seems so long ago. And why did I feel awesome in January? Let me tell you why. Because as you know, I'd worked on the Les Brown event in London, and I worked on Les Brown, and I broadcast around the world with Les Brown. I connected myself, and I did what many others couldn't. I had no sleep for 3 days. I worked 3 days flat. And as I was walking around in London at the Les Brown event, working with Althea Grant, I had broadcast and connected around the world, met all the entrepreneurs. I had really got my name out there. And as I was walking around with Les Brown in London, that's what it was saying. Les Brown, man, Bradley Chapman. I've worked so hard to be able to get to my status and standing. I pushed myself beyond my confidence zone, beyond my comfort zone. I pushed myself into broadcast when no one was ever watching, no one ever commented. I created an event that was meant to be in October, and someone let me down, but I forgive him now. I forgive him, and I send it out to the universe. I forgive him. Les Brown said to me in Canada, Bradley, get creative. I've got creative. Alfie Best told me 4 things that I didn't listen to last year or this year. I keep thinking it's last year, but it's only been a year. It was January, Les Brown, April, Canada, Bob Proctor, and Raymond Aaron. It's been like a year that's been absolutely crazy. I want you to become an amazing speaker, but I want you to realize that it's the pain we go through. It's what we can endure is what teaches us to become the person we're going to become. We don't yet know what we don't know. And my first speeches I ever put out on YouTube, which I was going for my first transformation in, so this would have been about 20, when was this? 2014, 2015. No, 2016. I started putting out broadcasts on YouTube called the dog shit theory. I started putting it because I was trying to cleanse myself of all my pain. You go back, I've never deleted any of it because it's my journey. You will get better, stronger, and faster every time you take a step forward. Every adversity you face is something you're going to turn into your energy, your pain, your gain, and new knowledge. You can push forward and push past. Be congruent with people. Be sincere and real with yourselves. Don't say to yourself you're something that you're not. I see so many people making up this absolute BS bullshit about themselves and about this and I can see straight through it. I've got this and I've done that. It's absolute crap. You're being insincere and not congruent for yourself. I said 2 years ago, I'm going on a journey. I don't know where I'm going. I want to become an international speaker. I do have a gift. I've been coaching people my whole life. I'm going to try and break through. I also said I've got a dream to interview Les Brown a year and a bit ago, and it came true. I've been completely honest with my journey from day one, from where I started, to the fact that I've been a very successful, wealthy guy, and I've been bust, broke, and skint 4 times in my life. That I've enjoyed relationships, but I've had marital breakups. Just be honest with yourself. Be comfortable with the skin you're in. Respect yourself. And you will indeed find the power strategies that helps you to move forward to change your life in 2019. There are so many options for you to get involved in what we're doing in 2019. We're kicking off with a Wellness Awards event in January, Raj, with my main man Raj and Bose, which is the Wellness Awards. It's £149 for a speaker ticket. You can go there, come to stage, get involved in the wellness arena. But for now, February the 2nd and 3rd in London is the Empowerment Weekend, and everything is half price right now up until New Year's Eve. That's my gift to you. The gift you can give yourself is to take action and come on a journey. Who knows? You may become one of my 12. You may be involved in one of the 12. I'm watching and I'm seeing who can take action, because I'm not going to force you or keep encouraging you to take action. The ones who want to take action will. The ones who can't take action won't. Spend time in your life with the people that's prepared to take action, like I am right now. Everybody, thank you for the last year. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry I've not answered any comments today. I wanted to address you directly to the camera. I wanted to say to you that's watching me right now that you have a voice, you have a power, and you've got a story inside you. My story has been building every single day for 2 years. And when we turn into 2019, my story is only just beginning. In 2019, I'm going to be putting on 30 events in the UK and around the world, creating numerous business magazines, and a former journalist and editor of magazines, and having interviewed people around the world. It's my time, it's my moment, and it's my destiny. To speak on stage, become an amazing stage speaker, could be your destiny. Follow your gut, follow your stomach, listen to your heart. You'll never go wrong. And surround yourself with winners every single day. Have a great day, everybody. I'm going to be cracking with some more work now. I'm just going to go and make sure my kids have got some lunch. Take care, everybody. Grab your tickets, grab your speaker tickets. Make it happen.